The COVID-19 reproduction number in Metro Manila shows an uptick, but the OCTA research group says this still isn't a cause for alarm. The death toll from Typhoon Odette has climbed to 388. No happy holidays for some typhoon victims in Visayas and Mindanao, as they will welcome the new year without a house or a livelihood. The BBM-Sara tandem tops the recent Tugon ng Masa election survey of the OCTA research group. And TNT scores another win after surviving Rain or Shine's late-game rally in the recent matchup in the PBA Governor's Cup. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Kicking off today's newscast with Metro Manila, now under the low-risk category for COVID-19. That's from a previous very low-risk standing, as the 7-day average increased to more than 100 since December 3 to 9. OCTA research fellow Guido David also announced that the COVID-19 reproduction number in NCR rose to 0.85 as of December 23. Although David said that hospital beds and ICUs for COVID have remained at very low occupancy. As of December 26, the city of Manila has the highest new COVID-19 cases at 60. They're followed by Quezon City at 29, Taguig and Las Piñas at 16, and Makati and San Juan with 14 new cases respectively. Zamboanga City and El Nido have also made it to the top 10. Despite the rising number of cases, Professor David insists that there should still not be a cause for alarm. He also said that if this is just due to the holidays, then they expect cases to go down to around 200 to 300 cases per day by next month. And for now, the expert added that it's still too soon to tell whether this uptrend will continue or if it will go back to the same level last week.
We see something like 500 cases in one day and maybe more, or even, let's hope not, but even up to 1,000 cases in one day, then definitely we would be very suspicious about what's driving this uptick. If we were seeing that number of cases, then we may start to suspect that there's an Omicron involvement there.
The health department recorded 433 new COVID-19 cases yesterday. This brings the total infections to 2,838,000, some 9,500 of which are still active. 13 new COVID-related deaths were also recorded on December 26. This pushes the death toll to 51,200, 9 of which were just reclassified from recoveries. Total recoveries are now at nearly 2,778,000, with more than 280 new recoveries logged yesterday. The death toll from Typhoon Odette has climbed to almost 390 over the weekend. Data from the NDRRMC shows that some 388 have been reported dead due to Typhoon Odette as of December 26. 60 people remain missing, while over 1,140 people were injured during its onslaught. The NDRRMC also reports that Typhoon Odette displaced over 540,000 people, while a total of 334 cities and municipalities have declared a state of calamity. Residents of Liloan Southern Leyte spent Christmas reeling from the aftermath of Typhoon Odette. Though the LGU is trying to find hope in their current situation, officials admit that the town is in dire need of more help this holiday season. Marlene Alcaide has the story.
Residents of Liloan still celebrated Christmas even despite being devastated by Typhoon Odette.
Some residents rifle through destroyed homes, hoping to find canned goods for the Noche Buena. Their own homes were washed away by flood, along with their livelihood.
Ganyan talaga yung buhay. Pasalamat din kami na walang nawala ang buhay sa aming barangay. Makakabangon din kami pero aasa kami sana na lalo na sa nasyonal pakinggan mo naman, pakinggan lang kami dito.
Since Liloan is a coastal town, families were left without homes as Typhoon Odette made landfall, which was quickly followed by a storm surge. Trees were uprooted and sea stones littered the area where houses once stood. Barangay President Quezon was among those badly hit by Odette, rendering roads impassable in its wake. Liloan Municipal Mayor Sherlita Chong had the road cleared and personally visited the barangay where she was greeted by demolished houses. She tried to raise the spirits of those who remained, but she admits their town needs a lot of help.
At this moment, nagre-rely lang kami kung anong meron sa amin ngayon. Sana mapakinggan kami, mapansin kami kasi parang feeling namin yung napapansin lang. Hindi, okay lang. Yung napapansin lang kasi yung mga malalaking like Surigao, yung mga pero ang Southern Leyte parang hindi, I don't know.
She also brought some sacks of rice, which residents like Josephine and Nanay Zuzina happily received. They say it would go a long way in augmenting what meager Noche Buena they have. They say there's still reason to celebrate Christmas, even if they have no more homes and are currently staying with a neighbor.
Wala naman tayong magawa. Wala tayong pambiling pang Noche Buena kasi walang pera. Kaya okay na sa amin to para may makain lang kami. Importante buhay lang talaga. Pasalamat pa rin kami ng Diyos na buhay kami lahat dito.
So kahit ganito ang sitwasyon natin, pwede naman tayo maging masaya. So hindi na lang tayo magpadala ng emosyon natin para meron tayong energy para makamove on. So we should always think positive. Kasi wala naman tayong magagawa kung kung malungkot tayo, mas lalo tayong mawalan ng so malo ang natin moral. So kailangan nga kahit ganitong sitwasyon natin, may papag-asa pa rin na makabangon tayo.
For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
Some residents of Negros Oriental will be welcoming the new year without a home or a source of livelihood after Odette leveled some parts of the province to the ground. Ryan Ang has the story.
Para lang pong ordinaryong araw lang. Wala talaga.
Residents stand on the side of the streets waiting for vehicles carrying relief goods. This has been the norm on parts of Manhuyod, Negros Oriental since Typhoon Odette hit the province. Their houses, boats, and fishing tools were destroyed, and they say help from the local government has yet to reach them. That is why they depend on handouts from private individuals.
Ako gusto kong hindi umiyak pero iiyak talaga ako kasi yung bahay namin wasak na wasak. Yung local government namin, hindi kami tinutulungan. Inasahan lang namin yung dumadaan dito. Takbo kami doon hanggang doon. Hingi kami ng hingi. Wala na kaming hiya.
With no money to buy food, most of them just opted not to celebrate the Christmas day anymore. A group, however, later came in and donated a few packs of spaghetti set and canned goods for everyone to share. Simple as it may seem, the mini feast added a smile to their faces as they greet each other a Merry Christmas.
Kahit malungkot, nag-iba ang bahay namin, masaya naman kami, sir. Kasi doon pa may mga patay, dito buhay lang kami, sir.
The latest OCTA Tugon ng Masa election survey results saw the unit team of Marcos Jr. and Sara Duterte as the runaway candidate preferences. Partido Federal ng Pilipinas standard bearer Bongbong Marcos led the pack in the fourth quarter survey, pulling away with a double-digit lead against Leni Robredo. Isko Moreno and Manny Pacquiao came in at third and fourth, with a difference of only 2 percentage points. In the vice presidential race, 50% of the respondents of the survey, conducted from December 7 to 12, chose Sara Duterte as their VP. Her closest rival in the polls was Senator Tito Soto, who received 33% of the votes. And he's followed by Kiko Pangilinan and Doc Willie Ong, albeit at a far margin. Meanwhile, topping the list of senatoriables are Rafi Tulfo, Cheese Escudero, Alan Peter Cayetano, Loren Legarda, and Mig Zubiri. The rest of that list is flashed on your screen. It was an action-packed PBA Sunday with the TNT Tropang Giga and the San Miguel Beermen fighting tooth and nail for their wins. A late run by Rain or Shine almost stole the game away from TNT as the Elasto Painters slashed their 12-point deficit to make it a 1-point game. Luckily for TNT, the hot shooting of Henry Walker hit a snag as he missed a three in the final seconds. Poy Eram then hit both of his free throws to seal the hard-fought win. San Miguel likewise had a major scare against Terra Firma as the Jeep narrowed the 23-point gap to just 6 points down the wire. But Terrence Romeo stepped up to make key buckets for the SMB win at 100-88. Here are the stories to watch out for later today. It's the last day for Bongbong Marcos to file his answer to one of the complaints filed against him before the COMELEC. The Pyrotechnics Regulatory Board of Bulacan is scheduled to inspect the stalls selling firecrackers in the province less than a week before the new year. And the MMDA, as well as the DPWH and the Transportation Department, will conduct an inspection at the Manila International Container Terminal to craft viable solutions following the imminent closure of a portion of Ross Boulevard. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 9 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.